Tonight's review brought to you by a great big bunch of CGR Undertow. Support the DVD on Kickstarter to see our best videos with commentary, skits, interviews, and more behind-the-scenes crap. Folks, don't wait. Support the DVD today. What I want to know is how am I supposed to pass people with no turtle shells? Like, what is this, the morning commute? It's GRID Autosport for the Xbox 360. Am I pushing the wrong button? So I'm real good at racing games when they let you throw bombs at people. Without the bombs, things get a little dicey. The truth is, I don't really understand how realistic racing games are supposed to work. Like, how's this even supposed to work? How can I be expected to pass people if I'm also penalized for trying to pass people? Sorry, over the line? What is this, bowling? Am I throwing rocks tonight? Should I mark it 0? Why are you peeing on my rug? You know, certain things are just for certain people. And this is one of those things. I'm not one of those people. That's not a knock on realistic racing games. I just don't get it. But I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because as I was playing this and sliding all over the place in this, I tweeted about how frustrating these kind of games can be, and someone had the perfect response. He said, feels like you're driving on a large, over-lubricated brick. Their words, not mine, but I agree. This is not a game for casual racing or people who prefer arcade racers. It's a game for very serious racing people who are very serious about cars. I'm very serious about bombs. Actually, probably shouldn't say that on the internet. GRID Autosport comes from the gearheads over at Codemasters. And when it comes to racers, they've been ahead of the pack for a long time. You know, they really know their racing. And they make racing games for other people who really know their racing. Emphasis on the racing in this one. Because Autosport is all about racing. Realistic, nuanced, simulation racing. There's no story, no characters, no chocolate mountains. Hell, there's not even much in the way of customization or car creation. It's all about racing, and it's several different disciplines. If I knew anything about those disciplines, I'd be freaking out right now. So the game is split into 5 different categories of racing. There's touring, there's endurance, there's tuner, there's open wheel, and there's street, which takes place on a street. And I think endurance is like distance racing, and that's pretty much all I know about these things. Fortunately, there's also a Demolition Derby mode. That I know about. I had a lot of fun with the Demolition Derby. You ever been to a Demolition Derby? It's like watching stupidity take physical form, and it goes great with a hot dog. So I'll say this, there's a lot of ways to play Autosport, and they're all different, which is really cool. You know, it's almost like a few different games, but across them all, dude, this is some pretty serious racing. Like, way too serious for me. I turned this bitch down to very easy, and I still lost a bunch of the time. I appreciate that I could turn it down, you know? In fact, for those of us who are more casual about this kind of thing, you can adjust the settings so that your car automatically shifts down when you're going around turns. Which is great, because if I had to do that on my own, it'd be a fucking catastrophe. And maybe add a blue shell, and then we're golden. There are plenty of multiplayer options, and you can even put together your own car garages that track their stats and XP and things like that. The Derby was one of the game's party modes, and that includes a bunch of other racing variations. But again, it's only a party if you could drive these goddamn things. I mean, arcade racing peeps like me, look, we're out of luck. And seriously, I admire you guys who know what you're doing in these games. Autosport is such a hard game to play. Good for you if you're good at this. I'm sliding around like I'm on a, what was the phrase? Large over-lubricated brick? Anyway, at least it's prettier than that. The presentation here is pretty impressive. You have the glare of the sun, the realism of the locations. You know, it's kind of like how there are all kind of really cool art styles out there, but then there are also the people who they just paint realistically. And maybe it's not as creative, but there's still a really insane level of technical artistry there. And this is like the gaming equivalent to that. What you see, what you hear, it's all about being true to reality. And whether you're into that or not, you have to admit, it does an incredible job. Look, I'm not reviewing this from the perspective of a serious racing fan. If you're one of those people, look, you already know if this is a racer for you, because it's a great racer. But if you're like me, you're more of an arcade racing fan, go-kart kind of guy, who prefers games that are just crazy over the top, I can't think of a game less for you than this one. It will baffle you, as it baffles me. And there's no shame in that. We have our racing games, our laser beams. The more serious racing gamers have GRID Autosport, which is awesome for what it is. And that's awesome too, if you ask me. Blue shells would be more awesome right now.